Hello. Hi, Joey. Thank you for joining. We're making fried rice today. So glad that you guys can join. We're going to make fried rice. Those of you who are on the Daniel fast, this is a meal that is Daniel fast approved. This is whole food, fresh food, healthy, and I hope you guys like it. So we're going to do fried rice. So I always like to start off my lives by saying where I'm from. So I'm from California, LA area. Where are you from? So if you want to type in where you're from, write in the comments, say you're from LA or New York or wherever. Just go ahead and type it in the comments, and like to say hi to you. And so I got this one going to, I don't know if this one is on yet. I might have to shut this one on. Okay. So anywho, thank you for joining me. So I'm going to make a tofu fried rice, vegetable fried rice with like a tofu scramble. So first off, I'm going to start off with making the tofu first, okay? Like a little tofu scramble. And this is like for two dishes. So you can have the tofu scramble for a breakfast, and then we're going to take that same thing and we're going to add it to the fried rice, and we're going to add vegetables and things like that to it, and make it a second meal. So go ahead and get started with that. So with your tofu, what you want to do is you want to wrap it in a towel, and you want to weight it down with like a paper towel or something. Weight it down. Oh, hey, Ronnie from Claremont, welcome. So you want to wrap your tofu like this, stick a pot on top of it and a plate underneath, and let it drain out so that it can take a lot of the moisture out, because it's really it has a lot of water in it. And I like mine dried, so it's nice and dense, and then I can work with it. That's just my preference. I don't like it really soft. I like it to have some textures. And this is the firm tofu. Hey, welcome, Marilyn. So I'm just gonna add a neutral oil. I'm using a grapeseed oil just to get the pan nice and lubricated, maybe like a tablespoon that I'm putting in there, letting that warm up a little bit. And then I'm gonna, once this heats up, then I'll add the tofu in there. And I like to get the tofu nice and cooked. Like I like it dried, like very dried, and I like it to have like texture. So this is a little bit more dense. So I'm just gonna crumble it into my pan and just break it up. And this is organic tofu that I pressed. The method I was telling you to wrap it in the towel is calling pressing the tofu out, so you can extract all the water from it. You don't have to if you like it soft. Leave it like that, but this is how I like it. So anywho, so I'm getting that in the pan so that it can fry. And now, not fry, it's gonna cook. So I'll start to season it with some salt and pepper. And one of the good things about tofu is it'll take on the flavor of anything. It'll take on the flavor of, if you put barbecue sauce on it, it'll take on that flavor. If you use teriyaki, it'll take on that flavor. So it's really good to use if you want to sub for a meat substitute. And this is for people that are trying to do the Daniel fast, or if you are plant-based or vegan. So this is an Indian black salt that I just sprinkled in here, and this will give it like that eggy kind of taste. And then I'm going to season it with a little bit of granulated garlic. So I like to use the granulated garlic. And then I'm going to put some turmeric in here. And turmeric is going to give it the yellow color. So put that in there. Trying to see if I put everything in there. Okay, and then we can start to stir it a little bit. I just wanted to get nice and cooked and nice and toasty. Welcome everyone. I see so many people are signing in. So glad that you're in here. I'm gonna turn my fire down a little bit. It's a little high, so we're gonna turn that down. So the turmeric's gonna add color, and it's gonna make it look more like an egg look more like eggs, and it'll be like an egg consistency. So we're just gonna flavor that up. And you can You can add other flavors to this too. You can even use taco seasoning too. I usually like to do it. I do that too with, I'll saute some onions and bell peppers, and I'll do like a taco flavor with it. And then I'll do that with eggs and put it on top of potatoes. And that's really good too. So you can really flavor it how you like. That's the beauty of tofu. So you see how the color is changing and it's starting to cook through. And that's what you want. You want it to look like this, okay? So now it's starting to look like scrambled eggs, right? So we're gonna add a little bit more flavoring to this. And it's browning, not browning, but just getting a little gold at the bottom. So we're just gonna stir that around. And then I'm gonna add some nutritional yeast to it. Nutritional yeast give it like that little cheesy flavor too. And then I'm gonna add a little, like about a tablespoon of this vegan butter. So it's basically made with olive oil, so any type of vegan butter. This is a country crock. You could also use, I forgot the name of the other one. If you have a butter, a vegan butter that you like to use, let me know in the comments. Is it Nature's? I can't think of it right now. But anyway, if it comes to me, I will let you know what it is. Okay, so that's looking really, really good. And I probably should taste this. Hold on, let me grab this spoon real quick. Okay, so let me taste this and see if this is how we want it. Okay, I need a little more salt. With tofu, you have to season it really well. And when you do, it'll have a good flavor for you. So it's okay to really get in there and flavor it, okay? So now this is looking good. It's nice and flavorful. So now I'm gonna just turn this off and I'm gonna put this aside. And I'm gonna swap it out for this pot. So now we're gonna make our fried rice and then we'll put the two together. So that's good to cook on its own and to have on its own for breakfast, or you wanna put, you serve that with breakfast. So this, I'm just gonna start the fried rice in this pan. So I got a much larger pan, and so I'm gonna let this heat up, and I'm gonna start with about a tablespoon or two of grapeseed oil, and just to coat the pan. And I'm gonna use a brown rice. So I'm using, let me grab the brown rice. Okay, so with the brown rice, you want to use leftover rice for fried rice. It has to be leftover. You can't use fresh rice because then it'll get like too sticky and stuff. So it's best to use like leftover rice. If you have some rice, day-old rice that you can use for the tofu, it's great. I mean, not the tofu, for the fried rice. That's best. And so you can use white rice, but we're going to use brown rice. And so now our oil is in the pan, and we're going to get that going. So I'm going to add the white parts of a green onion. I'm going to saute that up a little bit, along with some chopped mushrooms. These are cremini mushrooms. They're brown mushrooms. And we're going to add that to the pot as well. And just saute that all up. And what happened to that stuff? And we're going to stir that up. And I'll add some garlic as soon as this browns a little bit. And add some garlic to this. And we just want to cook these vegetables down a little bit so that the vegetables are not raw. It already smells good in here. And then I'm going to add some broccoli that I just chopped. I just kind of chopped it small so that can be tossed in. So we got mushrooms, we've got the white parts of the green onions in there, and we're just cooking this down. And one thing I like about making fried rice is it's very filling. You add vegetables, and I like to add like almost equal parts vegetables in the fried rice. And then that way, it's, you know, just a nice little healthy meal, and it's fulfilling, and you're getting the fiber. So I really like doing that. And then I'm gonna add some salt and pepper, just a little bit of salt to season that up. A little pepper. So this is looking good. And this cooks up really fast. You can have this done in no time. And if you have cooked vegetables, you could take cooked vegetables that you already have in the refrigerator and add that. This is a great dish to make to use up vegetables that you have in the fridge. You got leftover rice, you got leftover vegetables, and you can just throw it together in no time. So this is already cooking down, okay? So we're done there. And then I'm gonna add the garlic. And I'm gonna add a little bit more oil just to cook the garlic in a little bit, because that'll help to infuse that garlic flavor to go around. So you wanna do that. And I like to add that last because you don't want the garlic to get burnt, right? So, and then we can stir that around. Oh, it smells so good in here, guys. It smells delicious. Okay, so now I'm gonna add a little bit of sesame oil, about a tablespoon, okay? You don't wanna add too much because sesame oil can be a little bit bitter, so you don't wanna overdo it with the sesame oil. Okay, so we got that going. Okay, so now it's time for us to put the rice in. So I'm gonna add a little bit more oil because I'm getting ready to put the rice in and I don't want it to stick. Excuse me, my Alexa's going off. Alexa, stop. Alexa, stop. Okay, sorry about that. I can't believe my Alexa's going off. I set an alarm for something that I had to do today, and well, something for my son. So I forgot. Okay, so this is about 2 cups of rice. So we're gonna add the rice in there. And now it's time to stir it around. And you want the rice to cook. So I'm just gonna let that cook for a little bit. Let that saute. And I'm gonna bring my things back. And this does not take long. So you guys have been here for what, 10 minutes? And we're almost done with this. So this is a great meal to have. I don't know if everybody can see that. So you just stir the rice around and make sure it's all coated. It's all getting warm. You can check with the back of your hand. It's super hot. So that's done. So now we're going to take the tofu scramble and add that to the rice. And you can put more or less. I'm just going to put that much. I have to turn that down. Okay, so this is looking really good. We've got our broccoli, we've got our mushrooms in there. And so now I'm gonna add our soy sauce and just sprinkle there. So I'm doing about, you can do as much as you want. Put as much as you want in here. So start off with about 2 tablespoons and see if it's how you like it. And give it a stir. You want all the rice to be flavored with the soy sauce. Okay. So this is looking really good. And it's looking done. Okay, so now we're gonna I'm gonna add some green onions to the fried rice. Okay. So I'm going to turn that off, and I'm going to put this in our little bowl. Where's my bowl? Oh, I have my bowl here. Okay, so let's put this in a bowl. There's not a lot of space on here, but it smells so good in here. I wish you guys were all here to taste it. Hey, oh, Hawaii's in here. Hey, Hawaii. Let me know if you guys are on the Daniel fast. And if you are, is there something that you would like to see me make or that you're craving? I have some tips if you are. One of the tips is drink lots of water. Two, if you're looking for something sweet, use dates. You can whip up your dates in a blender. I'll probably post something about with what you can have, something sweet that you can have with dates tomorrow. But there's so many things you can do with dates. Put it in your smoothies. Just a ton. So drink water. You can use miso to flavor your food too. That's really good to use. That'll add a lot of flavor. Okay, so this is all done. So this is what it looks like. You can see, you see that steam popping off. So I'm gonna garnish it. I said reserve some green onions to put on top, like that. And I also like to put black sesame seed, or you can use white sesame seed to sprinkle on top too. Just makes it look a little prettier. Just for garnish. And there you have it. And it just took a few minutes. So it has the tofu in there and it looks delicious. Let's try it. I have my spoon here. Let's see. I should have tasted before, right? It's good. So probably gonna eat this for dinner myself. And you, thank you for joining me today. If you have any questions or you want to see me make something, oh, you're on the way, come on by, ding dong. But this is good. It's delicious and you don't have to suffer. If you want to eat healthy, or if you're on the Daniel fast, like we're having just fruits, vegetables, beans, nuts, and grains, it can be rewarding. You know, God gave us everything that we needed to eat here, you know, in the garden, and it's good for you. So lots of water, eat your fruits and vegetables. The fruit is our sugars, so eat your strawberries, and if you notice when you're on the Daniel fast or any type of fast when you're not having sugar, after a while you don't really miss it, and then when you do go back and taste it, it's like super sweet, right? So let's just stay hydrated, and if you have any questions, you can message me. And if you want more recipes, go to my website, rosiegodickie.com, and I have some recipes up there for you, and I'll be loading more and more as we go. So there's a few up there for you to check out, and just keep going back and get more. All right, well, thank you guys so much for joining me today. It was a pleasure. I'll be back tomorrow. And look forward to seeing you guys then, okay? Oh, hey, Monique. And hey, Bev. So thank you guys so much. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. And I'll post the time that I'll be up. I'm sorry I forgot to post the time the other day. But thank you guys for joining me. Bye. Have a good day. Bye, Facebook. Thanks for joining me.